To start work on the project, click on the Control Panel button in the main menu's black ribbon at the top of the project information page. To set up the project for this fire station, let's assume the power distribution system will consist of a main distribution panel, or MDP. Note that there is only one MDP in any design. There will be multiple distribution panels, or DPs. For this project, let's have distribution panel DP1. We'll name this panel HDP. Another distribution panel, DP2, we'll name this panel LDP. We are going to have other panels as well as building equipment schedules, and we'll name them as we set them up. Then we are going to have 3 PNs, or branch circuit panels. PN1 will be named panel HA. PN2 will be named panel LA. PN3 will be named panel LB. Last, we are going to add several building equipment schedules, or BEs. The BE organizes the electrical load requirements for mechanical equipment such as pumps, conveyors, and air handling units. You will use a separate schedule for each piece of equipment. BE1 will be named chiller. BE2 will be named AHU1 for air handling unit. BE3 will be named SF for supply fan. BE4 will be named WTR-HTR for water heater. BE5 will be named EF for exhaust fan. Now let's set up the MDP panel. First, click on the MDP button. When in the MDP, again click on the Control Panel button in the black ribbon at the top of the panel. This action opens the MDP's dashboard. PowerCalc is committed to easy, so you will see that there are 3 wizards: the Panel Board Module Wizard, Branch Circuit Inputs Wizard, and the Erase Wizard. To continue setting up the MDP, click on the Wizard Panel Board Module button. In the General group, we will use the default settings for the fire station. Note that when designing a project, the user can use the default settings or make other selections from the drop-down menu for the design's requirements. In the Panel Board Characteristics group, click on the Mounting drop-down menu and select Surface. Click on the Line Voltage drop-down menu and select 480. Click on the Phase drop-down menu and select 3. Next, in the Voltage Drop group, we will again use the default setting on Auto. This setting will automatically assign a 2% voltage drop on the feeder and a 3% voltage drop on all branch circuits in the MDP. In the Main group, we will again use the default setting on Auto. This setting will automatically adjust the main ampacity to support the demand load seen by the MDP. In the Feeder group, click on Conductor Insulation on the drop-down menu and select the conductor type THWN. For the remaining cells, we will use the default setting. For the Branch Circuit group, we will again use the default settings. In the Panel Board Features group, click on Poles and input 12 to increase the number of branch circuits. Here's another tip. You can always come back and increase or decrease the number of poles at any time. In fact, you can increase the number of poles up to 84. And remember that each space in the MDP will be occupied by either a single, 2, or 3-pole circuit. For the remaining cells, we will use the default settings. When you have finished your input, click on the Close and Calculate button to complete the setup. You have now returned to the MDP's panel. Each panel, including the MDP, is divided into 3 parts: the header, the middle, and the footer. These parts are subdivided into regions, fields, and cells. The main distribution panel, or MDP, and distribution panel, or DP, both resemble the industry standard for a switchboard. Each space can be occupied by a single, 2, or 3-pole circuit. The branch circuit panel, or PN, resembles the industry standard for a lighting power panel or a load center. You can check the power distribution tree by clicking on the PDT button. If you have the Pro Plus package, you will not only be able to access your power distribution tree, but also your one-line diagram by clicking the PDT button. To finish setting up your project, go back to the black ribbon at the top of the MDP and again, click on the Control Panel button to enter the MDP's dashboard. Back on the project's dashboard, click on PN1 or HA. At Panel HA's dashboard, click the Control Panel in the black ribbon. To set up the HA panel, click on the Panel Board Module Wizard button. Notice that this process is similar to setting up the main distribution panel, or MDP. At the General group, we will keep the default setting. At the Panel Board Characteristics group, click on Mounting and from the drop-down menu, this time select Recessed. Click on Line Voltage and from the drop-down menu, select 480. Click on Phase and from the drop-down menu, select 3. At the Voltage Drop group, we will keep the default setting. At the Main group, we will again keep the default setting. At the Feeder group, click on Conductor Insulation and again select Conductor Type THWN. For the remaining cells, keep the default settings. At the Branch Circuit group, we will keep the default settings. At the Panel Board Features group, click on Poles and type 24. Here's another tip. You can go up to a maximum of 84 poles. For the other values for this group, we will again use the default settings. When you have finished your input, click on the Close and Calculate button to complete the panel's setup. Now let's connect panel HA to the power distribution system. Go to Fed From and select MDP from the drop-down menu. In the Select the Circuit Number in the Parent Panel dialog box, select 3 and then click on the Submit button. Now, Panel HA is connected to MDP's circuit number 3.